The nurses change shifts at midnight. I've learned their patterns now. 3 weeks in this room teaches you things like that. The new one comes in, checks my vitals without really looking at me, and leaves.
Funny thing about dying. You'd think the big moments would come back to you. Your wedding day, the birth of your children. Instead, what I keep seeing is a Tuesday afternoon in April, maybe 30 years ago. My daughter Emma was 7. She made a card for me at school. Construction paper, glitter, the works. World's best dad in crooked letters. I was on a conference call when she tried to give it to me. I remember holding up one finger. Wait, just 1 minute. The call went 45 minutes. When I finally came out of my office, she'd left the card on the hallway table and gone to bed. I found it the next morning, threw it in my briefcase, told myself I'd thank her that evening. But that evening, there was another call, another deal, another crisis that couldn't wait. I never thanked her for that card. My hands shake now when I try to hold a pen. The doctor says it's the medication, but I think it's my body finally admitting what I've known for years. I've held the wrong things for too long. If I could write a letter to myself at 35, when the money first started coming in real good, I know exactly what I'd say. Dear Michael, you're gonna think you have time. That's the lie you'll tell yourself every morning when you leave before the kids wake up, and every night when you come home after they're asleep. You'll think, I'll make it up to them next month, next year, when this deal closes, when you make partner, when the company goes public. The money will come. God will it come. More than you ever imagined. The house in Connecticut. The place in Aspen you'll use twice. The cars. You'll sit in those cars in traffic, late for something that seemed important, and you won't even remember what color your daughter's eyes are. Brown, by the way, like her mother's. I lost Sarah first. Not to another man, though maybe that would have been easier to understand. I lost her to silence, to separate bedrooms, to years of sitting across dinner tables with nothing left to say, because I'd never been present for the small stuff that builds a marriage. She asked for a divorce on my 52nd birthday. I remember being genuinely surprised. In my mind, we were fine. We had everything, didn't we? The house was paid off. The kids' college funds were maxed out. What else was there? She looked at me that night, really looked at me, and said, Michael, I've been lonely for 15 years. I just didn't know how to tell you. We'd been married 23 years. I signed the papers in my office between meetings, didn't even take the afternoon off. The divorce will hurt, not the way you think. You won't feel it right away. You'll feel relieved, one less thing to manage, one less person expecting something from you. That relief will last about 6 months. Then one night you'll be in that big, empty house, and you'll realize you paid $3 million to be completely alone. The kids, they tried for a while. After the divorce, they'd still call on birthdays, still send Christmas cards with photos of grandchildren I barely recognized. Emma had 3 boys. My grandson Jake, he must be 14 now. He's into baseball. I know because I heard someone mention it at Thanksgiving 2 years ago, the last time I saw them. I wrote checks, big ones, for birthdays, graduations, whatever they needed. I thought that's what grandfathers did, provide. I put money in their college funds like I was still contributing, still part of their lives. Jake called me once. He was maybe 10, wanted to know if I'd come watch his game. He'd made the travel team, he said, and his mom told him he should ask me himself. I was at a client dinner, some restaurant in Manhattan where they don't put prices on the menu. I told him I'd try to make the next one. There wasn't a next one. He never called again. You'll tell yourself you're doing it for them. That's what you'll say every time you miss a recital, a game, a birthday party. You're building something. You're providing. You're securing their future. And you know what? You will secure their future. They'll never want for money, but they'll grow up wanting for a father, and no trust fund fixes that. The money's still there, of course, sitting in accounts I'll never spend. My lawyer tells me the estate is in order, everything's split evenly. They'll each get enough to never work again if they don't want to. I wonder if they'll even come to the funeral. There's a photo on my bedside table. The nurse must have brought it from my apartment. It's old, 1987 maybe, 88. We're at the beach. Sarah's laughing at something, her hair wild in the wind. Emma's building a sandcastle, tongue stuck out in concentration. My son David's in my arms, maybe 2 years old, looking at me like I hung the moon. I don't remember that day at all, but I must have been there. That's me in the photo, young and tanned and smiling, actually smiling. I try to remember what it felt like to hold my son like that, to have him look at me that way, but it's gone. That version of me is gone, and the man in that photo, he had no idea what he was about to do, how thoroughly he was going to screw it all up. Here's what nobody tells you. The office will replace you in 3 weeks, maybe 4 if you were really important. They'll have your nameplate off the door before you're cold. That deal you stayed late for, someone else will close it. That client who absolutely needed you, they'll find another lawyer. But your daughter will remember every dance recital you missed. Your son will remember every promise you broke. Your wife will remember every anniversary you forgot. And no amount of money, not the millions you'll make, not the bonuses, not the partnerships, none of it will buy back a single one of those moments. I made junior partner at 33, partner at 38, started my own firm at 45, sold it for more money than any person needs at 57. For what? There's a kid, couldn't be more than 30, in the room next to mine. Cancer, I think. His family's there all the time. His wife sleeps in that terrible chair every night. His kids drew pictures that cover every inch of his walls. They bring him McDonald's even though he can barely eat. They sit with him in silence. They hold his hand. I hear them through the walls sometimes, laughing about something, just being together. My room is quiet, clean, expensive, lonely. I'd trade everything, the penthouse apartment, the investment portfolio, the Rolex on my wrist that I'm too weak to wear. I'd trade it all for one more Tuesday afternoon, for one more chance to look at a construction paper card and say, "Thank you, sweetheart. This is beautiful. I love you so much." The thing is, Michael, you're not going to listen to this letter. I know because I am you, and I didn't listen to anyone. Not Sarah, not my own father, not the friends who slowly disappeared because I was always too busy. You're going to read this and think, that won't happen to me. I'll find balance. I'll make it work. You won't. You'll choose the meeting over the recital, the deal over the anniversary, the bonus over the vacation, every single time. And each time you'll tell yourself it's the last time. It never is. My breathing's gotten worse the last few days. The doctor doesn't say it, but I can tell. I hear it in how carefully he chooses his words, how gently the nurses move around me, how they don't bother checking if I've eaten. I'm not afraid of dying. I've been dead for years, really. I just kept showing up to the office. What I am afraid of is that I'll die and they won't come, that my children will get the call and feel, what? Relief? Obligation? Nothing at all? That my grandchildren will barely remember me as anything more than the old man who sent checks. I asked the nurse to call Emma yesterday, left a message, said I'd like to see her if she has time. I didn't say it was urgent, didn't want to sound desperate. She hasn't called back yet. It's been 18 hours. Maybe she's busy. Maybe she's thinking about it. Or maybe, and this is what keeps me awake at night, maybe she's doing exactly what I did to my father. I was in Tokyo when he died, closing a deal. I
Flew back for the funeral, stayed 2 days, flew back out. I never said goodbye. Never told him I was sorry for all the Sundays I was too busy to visit. Karma is real, I guess. If I could go back, really go back, I wouldn't change everything. I'd still want to provide, still want to work hard, but I'd leave the office at 5:30 on Wednesdays for family dinner. I'd turn off my phone during soccer games. I'd take that vacation to Disney World instead of rescheduling 3 times until the kids were too old to care. I'd kiss Sarah goodnight even when I was tired. I'd ask David about his day and actually listen to the answer. I'd keep that construction paper card on my desk instead of stuffing it in a drawer. I'd choose them, not sometimes, every time. The lights changing outside my window. Morning's coming. Another day in this room. Another day of machines and medications and meals I can't taste. Emma might call today, or tomorrow, or not at all. If she does come, I don't know what I'll say. I'm sorry seems too small. I love you seems too late. Maybe I'll just hold her hand if she lets me. Maybe that's enough. Probably not, but it's all I have left. To whoever's reading this, whether you're 30 or 50 or somewhere in between, I'm telling you what I wish someone had told me. You don't have time. You think you do. You're wrong. That meeting you're late for? It doesn't matter. That email you're answering at dinner? It doesn't matter. That promotion you're killing yourself for? It doesn't matter. What matters is the little girl holding up a card she made for you. What matters is the wife sitting across from you who still, somehow, wants to talk. What matters is the son who still thinks you're a hero. Don't wait until you're in a hospital bed, 79 years old, with shaking hands and morphine dreams to figure this out. Choose them. Choose them now. Choose them every time. Before your time runs out, like mine has. Before 1 minute becomes never. I'm tired now. The sun's almost up. Maybe today Emma calls. Maybe today I get to say what I should have said 40 years ago. Maybe. But probably not. And that, more than anything else, is what dying feels like. Not the pain, not the fear, just the knowing that you had everything that mattered, and you traded it all away for things that didn't. Love, the man you'll become if you don't change.